Welcome to Reseller News. My name is Rich Bassini. Today is August 13, 2018. Thank you for tuning in. I just want to start off by saying thank you to all the new subscribers who subscribe to this channel. It is greatly appreciated. And I do hope you enjoy the content and that you'll keep coming back for more. Without further ado, let's get right to the news. I got some windows opened up over here. And the first one we're going to go with is for those who are eBay radio diehards. This is from Tame. This came out, I believe, August 8th. I'm sorry I got to you guys late again. I'm sorry, this is all old news, but old news is good news, right? As that saying goes in some cases. Well, some people say no news is good news, but I like old news sometimes because it still keeps you aware of things. Anyway, it says selling on eBay podcast, eBay radio replacement. This is by Chris Dawson. It came out August 8th, 2018. The Selling on eBay podcast episode 1 has been released as a new format, replaces eBay Radio. eBay Radio has ended its final broadcast from eBay Open 2018 after an incredible 15-year run, and as host Lee retired. That is Lee Marable. So it goes over here. Griff, famed as the Dean of eBay Education and eBay's first customer service rep, is back. Griff is joined by a new host, Audrey Tracy, who is social media manager, professional seller, marketer at marketing at eBay. They have the first episode. If you missed it, you could click on here. Just go to Tame. It's in tamebay.com, or do like I did. Just type in eBay selling podcast. Selling on eBay podcast with Tame, and it'll bring you right to this their website if you have a problem finding it, and you can listen to the first podcast over here. So for those who still want to listen to eBay, a little different format. I think it's like only 40 minutes, 45 minutes, whatever. I don't think it's an hour. At least it didn't seem like that to me anyway. You could check it out for yourself. Tell me what you think. I think for the first segment, from what I understand, if you listen to this one of the callers was Lee Marable. I guess she can't stay at the radio business, right? She had to call up Griff, and she expressed her, her sadness, of course, not leaving, being with the radio and stuff like that. And you'll hear it. You can hear it for yourself. I don't want to get too much into it. You guys could check it out for yourself, though. Okay, let's move right along. Let's bump out of here. Another one from Tame. Issues complying with eBay duplicate listing policy. I want to share this with you guys. I had a situation where I had two things listed. All right. Now, this is the funny part about it. Usually, eBay will notify you if you have duplicate listings. And on my particular listings, I had two that were the same. And I never got a notification or any kind of feedback from them saying, hey, you got a duplicate listing here. You know what? But then again, let me not get into it. It's probably the glitch. We'll blame it on the glitch. All right, it's a glitch thing. But yeah. Again, this came out on August 13th, which is today, by Chris Dawson. It says in a recent eBay UK Autumn Seller Release 2018, eBay confirmed that since July 2018, sellers who break the eBay duplication listing policy have started to see a loss of visibility for their inventory. This isn't a loss of visibility. It says this isn't a loss of visibility for any duplicate listings that you may have. This is dumping all of your listings towards the bottom of the search results. So you're not going to lose the visibility. It's just going to put you down in the bottom of the pit, so to speak, according to this. It says eBay is signaling that they are fed up with the duplicate listings and have been for years, and it says having for years asked sellers nicely to comply with the duplicate listings policy, and now are wielding the big stick and taking punitive actions that will impact your entire business should you not comply or if you make an honest mistake. Well, I guess there comes a time and place. What's else saying? Spare the rod, spoil the child, whatever. Well, you know what? I didn't notice it. It was an accident. In my case, I caught it, and I removed it. Okay, but usually, I remember in the past that when I did have a duplicate listing, you would get some kind of notification. You know, you have two items the same, whatever. You got to change it around a little, or you got to, you know, in other words, well, if you're selling the same thing, first off, if you're selling the same items, right? If it's the same type of item, why would you need a duplicate listing anyway? You just put it in your quantity, you know, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, you know, whatever. You know what I'm saying? There's no really need to replicate the same item over and over again. I mean, you know, I guess people probably feel, and that's not what I thought, folks. Okay, so I don't want people to get the impression, oh, maybe that's what you would. No, absolutely not. That makes no sense whatsoever. I'm selling the same item and I'm going to have duplicate pages? That makes no sense. If you got multiple items, just put it in your quantity. That's it. If it's the same exact color, whatever, just say, you know, just list it in your quantity. There's no need to run duplicates. So, you know, I can't blame them for that. Like I said, you know, with eBay, I don't take sides. I'm not an advocate for them. But you know something, folks? When they're right, they're right. I'm sorry. I mean, you know, with all fairness, I mean, if they're giving people warnings and they're telling them, and you're just going to violate their policies and their rules, whatever, you know, you can't expect to complain. You know, plain and simple. Don't complain about it. But anyway, let's move right along. Here is from e-commerce. By the way, those last two were from tamebay.com, just to let you know. This one here is from ecommercebytes.com. Now, for those who are new followers, okay, I just want to share this with you guys. By the way, I do appreciate the new subscribers. I really do. But this also does go out to the new subscribers that when I have multiple windows open up, as I do right now, I do not read verbatim. I don't read everything verbatim. I will read parts of it, and then the rest is up to you. I will throw out the website out there or where I get the information. The rest is up to you, folks, if you want to continue reading through. Because the reason why I state this in a lot of my videos on reselling, the reseller news that is because if I was to sit here and read verbatim, the new reseller news hour could go on for you know, reseller news, not hour. The reseller news could go on for an hour or better. I've had that happen in the past, and I cannot do that anymore. So not only that, I get tongue-tied talking, you know. It's just too much text to read. But anyway, just to give you a heads up on that part, this came out August 10th. Again, sorry about the dates, folks. All right. It says eBay adds second city to retail revival coaching program. And it goes on to say eBay launched a new program in Akron, Ohio in January called Retail Revival that drums up new sellers and provides coaching and concierge for customer service to help them sell on its marketplace. Then it goes on to say, today eBay added a second city to the program, Lansing, Michigan. The Akron Retail Revival program kicked off in March 2018, so the participating businesses are just beginning to hit their eBay stride. To date, the 70 most active businesses in the program have collectively made over 6,000 sales to customers in all 50 states and 51 countries, eBay wrote. eBay offers participants ongoing promotional and PR efforts, including a dedicated page on eBay.com. In addition to direct help with the selling efforts, eBay Retail Revival offers the following perks and participants. And then it goes on to say, this last part, a comprehensive training program will teach the eBay selling basics as well as strategies to best utilize eBay's platform and tools to boost business. Now, if you want to read the rest of this here, like I said again, I already gave you a heads up. I'm not going to read the whole thing. You could check this out. The story you're looking for is eBay adds Second City Retail Revival Coaching Program, and that is off of ecommerce.com. ecommercebytes.com. Sorry, folks. Okay, eBay, now this one came out August 12th. This came out yesterday. It says eBay issues advisory to sellers impacted by wildfires. It goes on to say eBay issued advisory to sellers who are impacted by wildfires, and it provided them with the telephone number to call if they're experiencing disruptions to their business. Announcement follows. To our sellers impacted by wildfires, stay safe and contact us for support. We are closely monitoring the paths of the wildfires engulfing our nation. Sellers who may be affected, please stay safe and do what is critically right now. Take care of yourself, your family, and community. If there's any disruption to your business, please contact us at the customer service number 1-866-543-2229 to request protections against incidents that may impact your seller performance status. What it means, right? What this means, and then it goes on, and you could read this as well, okay? And again, ecommercebytes.com. Let's move right along. Amazon sellers subject to invoiced payments. This came out August 12th, and it goes, as we previously reported, Amazon informed sellers in May that may have to wait for some payments thanks to its new payment option that allows business sellers to pay by invoice. The new program went into effect for the third-party sellers on August 8th. Customers enrolled in an Amazon business may now purchase from any seller using an invoice instead of a credit card or immediate payment methods, and while sellers will have to wait longer for disbursements on those orders, Amazon is guaranteeing they will get paid eventually. Well, it's nice to know when you're going to get paid. Here, I think I would like to know if I'm getting paid at the end of the week or, bi-weekly, whatever, but you'll get paid eventually, folks. You hear it right here. You got to laugh at that one. Amazon is offering an option for faster disbursements, but it comes at a cost. Ah, yes, let's throw some more. Let's charge some more fees and seller, let's hit the seller some more. Excuse me, folks. But it comes at a cost of 1.5% of the total invoiced amount. Amazon business buyers must jump through a few hoops before they can qualify to pay invoice. Pay by invoice. It's in its letters to sellers. The company said the invoice order payment process is in effect starting today. Well, as I said over here, started today, August 8th, 2018. Although it may take longer to receive your first invoiced order due to the limited number of Amazon business buyers qualify for pay by invoice. Amazon will credit the payment on invoiced orders to the available balance of the seller account as soon as the customer payment is processed, no later than the 7th day past due date of the customer invoice. Right now, I'm not selling on Amazon. I'm not going to read the rest of this here, folks. I know it's not really much to read, but I got this thing for their affiliate program, and they said I'm no longer eligible because I haven't had any sales or haven't had any sales in a couple of weeks. But first off, I didn't even get a chance to put that affiliate link on my website. And secondly, to be honest with you, my website's probably not that popular enough to even get somebody to, be hyperlinked to Amazon. So I don't even know. They're kind of like doing me a favor to say I'm no longer eligible, but I can reapply for Amazon's affiliate program, which I don't know if I'm going to get involved with just yet. And I'll tell you why. I have a Brother printer, a Brother HL2240. I was going to take it off of eBay and put it on Amazon. And I got a little message there, when he says you have one to sell it now, to go through it. I got this message that popped up instantaneously saying I had to get approval for it. So I don't know. I never went through the approval process, but I don't know if they want me to contact Brother or get some kind of written affirmation from them stating that I could sell their product on Amazon. I don't know. That's the only thing, and I think that's what turns me off from selling on Amazon. Okay, that is probably one of the things that turned me off. You got to get approved for certain things. I couldn't sell a Sony cameras on there. I couldn't sell certain items. Now the Brother printer, I can't sell. And I mean, every time I want to sell something, I always have to get approved. Or if it isn't something that has a written approval or information on it, I got to call them up to see if I can get it over the phone. Can you guys at Amazon customer service help me out? Oh no, this has to be written up. You got to contact, later with that. Anyway, let me move right along because it's not. I'll get annoyed if I keep talking about it. Advice for sellers dreading eBay's HTTPS deadline. This came out yesterday, August 12, 2018. Some sellers are concerned about an upcoming change on eBay that is part of its fall seller update. The mandate states starting September 15th, 2018, you will be required to use secure HTTPS content when you list your items on eBay based on Google's HTTPS mandate. I think I said it once before that Google, I'm not saying they have an alliance, but they kind of like work together. I'm saying they kind of go together. So I guess that's why this is popping into play here. It says over here, we consulted a couple experts after receiving a letter from a reader looking for advice on how to handle his non-secure photo links. The reader explained that he hosts photos on his own website, which I could do sometimes too, for use in 1,000+ listings, as well as in his listings on eBay. However, his website is not HTTPS secure. A problem. This is a problem given a new mandate. Then it goes on to say the reader created his site 10 years ago, but he said, I do not have the time or energy and knowledge to rewrite the entire site for HTTPS. Matter of fact, now I got to check mine now and make sure that's how mine. I got to see if how my website's been affected. Just use the links alone. Yeah, just use the links alone would be a huge task. Would you please do an article on our alternatives? I am looking for an eBay listing site or photo hosting site, but there are so many, and it's hard to tell if they will provide a direct link for each photo for inclusion, including in your eBay listings. And I'm currently listing on eBay with TurboLister. Oh wow, TurboLister! I think they did away with that, unless you got grandfathered in. I sell the same items continuously, so I'm looking for a one-time fix. To understand what's changed, and it says over here you could read the full sellers update. I think they got probably a hyperlink to that there. Yeah, I'm not going to read the rest of this here. It's way too much. You can check this out. Go to ecommercebytes.com if you're more interested in this here. It's advice for sellers dreading the eBay HTTPS deadline. Now, I didn't even know about this here. That's why I said, folks, this is why I said, even though it's old news, which it is, it's a day old, but you know something? Even though I'm getting it out to you within this month, for those who do follow me on this here, and even you might say it is old news, it could still give you a preparation, so you can still prepare for what's going to happen, especially if you have your own website. So, something, even old news ain't that bad, you know what I'm saying? I still think it's pretty good. I mean, it just enlightened me here. Now I got to check my website and see if I'm HTTPS compliant, or else I might have some problems. Let's move right along, and if you want to read that story, folks, just go to ecommercebytes.com. Let's move right along. Okay, here's one that came out Saturday, August 11th, 2018. It says over here, eBay shipping calculator flaw leads to exorbitant bills. It goes on to say, a reader informed us that eBay has begun undercharging his buyers for international shipping. And since he can't reach anyone in eBay customer service who can help him, he's left paying the difference. I don't like that. See, that's the international shipping. I don't deal with the global shipping and stuff like that. That's why I don't really deal with them. I don't know. I mean, some people say they like it, and some people say they had some problems with it. I don't know. But anyway, for me, I'm not going to go that route just yet. It says over here, the problem is proving costly for our reader named Bill. For example, Bill said eBay charged 3 of his European buyers about 60% of what he had to pay for the shipping in a single day, costing him about $50. Okay. Then it goes on to say, based on his description of the problem, we suspected the problem might be related to the change to USPS made in January. So we reached out to the shipping expert Eric Nash, who has written about the postal price change on Stamps.com blog. Okay. I'm not going to read the whole story, folks, but if you do you do use Shipping International, you might want to check this out, folks. Again, this came out Saturday, August 11th, 2018. The story you're looking for is on ecommercebytes.com. It's the one, it's called eBay Shipping Calculator Flaw Leads to Exorbitant Bills. You might want to check that out. We're coming close. Yeah, I've got maybe 2 more, and that's it. This one came out Sunday, August 12th, 2018. E-commerce Bites. Ignore new eBay tracking requirements at your peril. It goes on to say here, eBay continues to raise the bar for sellers as it tries to keep buyers happy. And the full seller update offers further evidence that eBay finds it a lot easier just to side with the buyers when disputes arise. To wit, a new requirement around tracking that takes effect on September. Isn't that funny? Everything's happened in September. Boy, we all better be ready for September. For we're gonna have a lot of surprises coming from eBay. Who knows what else is gonna come up? I know people say, "Well, you read the fall summer update, the fall update, then you'll get an idea." But anyway, with that aside, It says over here, with the new requirement, tracking takes effect September 10th. The crux of the issue is eBay won't protect sellers from claims for non-receipt unless they've uploaded tracking prior to the estimated delivery date. Well, here's the thing. I'm a small-time seller. I'm a one-man band here. Okay, if I needed help, I'm sure I can get family and friends to help me. But let me tell you something. If I had to ship out 25, 30, 40, 50 a day, I don't know if I can handle it. I'll be honest with you, folks. I really don't know if I can handle it by myself. You know how much paperwork that is? Printing out the invoice. I print out the transaction detail sheet. Then I got to wrap it up. I got to tape it. I got to put it's a lot of work. So, even though, I don't know, all I'm saying is right now, this wouldn't affect me right now at this point. But I'm thinking for people who are like myself, that let's say you are a high volume seller and you do sell by yourself. Now, some people say, well, if you're a high volume seller, you should be hiring people. Suppose you can't afford to hire people. That's the problem. I can't afford to hire anybody. So for me, this would impose a problem for me. But anyway, that's neither here or there. Right now, let's forget about that part right now, and let's move on a little here. It says over here, what's changed is the timing of the method providing and tracking information. Even if sellers can prove their packages have been delivered to the buyers by the shipping carrier's tracking numbers, they have out of luck unless they uploaded tracking by a certain date. Note that sending the tracking number to the buyers via member-to-member message does not meet protection requirements at all. Okay? Keep that in mind, folks. eBay's giving you a heads up. Try to abide or take a ride. That's it. I mean, forget it. If you look, they're putting it in here black and white. Follow it. Follow their policy, if that's what it's all about. Because if you're going to get dinged on your seller performance, you're going to be one of those guys on downdetected.com like I have, and you're going to be complaining, and and I don't blame you in some cases, but especially if it's not your fault. Okay? But just be careful. We got to expect this, folks. Like I said it once before, and I'll say it again. People might want to do is get your own websites. Try to sell on there. Maybe do a little, try a little trial testing. I'm not telling you get off of eBay altogether. Keep so many listings on eBay. Put so many listings on your new website. If you have a blog or you have Facebook, you could probably point people to your direction to your new website. Say, listen, I'm doing a little bolt here. I'm doing a little testing here. I'm still selling on eBay. I'm also selling my website. You could embed. I'm quite sure you could do it with the PayPal shopping cart in there if you want to use their service for paying for items. I'm quite sure you could do that as long as you have a premium business account with PayPal. I'm sure you could still do that. You might want to try trial runs like that, folks. Doesn't hurt to try. At least it's a thought. Think about it, I'm not saying to give up on eBay altogether. I'm just trying to say with all these new rules and regulations, fees increases and stuff like that, you might want to start venturing into something like that. It's something to look into. Anyway, again, ecommercebytes.com. That came out Sunday, August 12th, 2018. And last but not least, I have to share this with you guys. This came out in Newsday. It's a Newsday publication. I'm over here in New York and Long Island. And this is in the business and technology section here of the paper. It says how to find and delete where Google knows you've been. Now, it goes over here. It says an investigation shows that using Google services on Android devices and iPhones allows the search giant to record your whereabouts as you go about your day. Now, it says over here by the Associated Press, this came out today, August 13, 2018. Even put the timestamp in there, 7:02 a.m. It says print and share, of course, while I'm sharing it on my YouTube channel. Even if you have a location history off, now listen to this, folks. Even if you have a location history off, Google often stores your precise location. Here's how to delete those markers and some of the best effort practices that keep your location as private as possible. But there's no panacea because the simply connecting to the internet on any device flags an IP address that is geographically mapped. Smartphones are also connect to cell towers, so your carriers know your general location at all times. They could triangulate where you are anyway, folks. Okay, once you activate that, they could triangulate wherever you are anyway. It doesn't matter. Okay, because like I said, just like this, the IP address, Internet Protocol, that IP address has an array of numbers and stuff like that there. And I don't remember how the breakdown is, but with those IP address, you could track it. You could track a person down. You could track it right down to the node, where it was, where it came, where it was transmitted from. I'm on Verizon network. I'm using FiOS. I mean, that IP address is attached to my FiOS account. They know where it is. They know. But the thing is, you probably say, well, then what are we doing here then? What are we talking about there? Look, I'm just sharing this information with you folks. I like my privacy too. I don't like the idea of Big Brother always following me and knowing where my whereabouts are. Okay? And I'm sure a lot of you guys might feel the same way. I mean, do you want people constantly we are? The only time, I'll be honest with you, is it good to have a tracking device, you being tracking enabled on your cell phone, be it an Android or iPhone, is if you're traveling. And I'm going to tell you a quick little story about this here. In the meantime, I mean, we're going to get back to this again, but the reason I wanted to share the story, there was an incident. Now, for people who don't like technology, you might want to listen to this here, but there was an incident. I don't remember the story. If you did a Google search on it, you took out Google, right? If you do a Google search on it, you might get that story, or you might hear something similar. There was a story where this guy had his cell phone with him. He ran off the road into a bank, and I guess he was like in a brushed area or whatever, like where his car wasn't noticeable. I don't know if he went down a ravine or whatever. Apparently he was alive, of course, but he was injured. I mean, I guess he probably bumped his head on the steering wheel. Well, whatever the story was, he said by having his cell phone, they were able to track him down with the GPS. And I remember I remember the story, not him per se, but I remember the story when something like the guy said something. If I didn't have my phone, I would have probably been here for days. Who knows? They might even find him. They might even found. He goes. They might even find me dead. Okay. So there's a lot of people out there that don't like technology. They're antiquated. They like to do things the old-fashioned way: pen and paper, typewriters, fax machines, and so on and so forth. But folks, as much as people despise and don't like technology, it could also help you too. It could also save a life. I myself will not leave the house. My cell phone, I have a holster when I keep it strapped to me on my belt buckle. I will not leave the house without that cell phone. Okay, that cell phone to me is just as important as carrying my wallet with my driver's license in there, my registration. That's how important my cell phone is. I will not leave the house without it. And if I did leave the house, I would make a trip back to get that cell phone and keep it with me at all times. It's a tool, it's a device that you need. Let alone you could do anything and everything on it, basically. I mean, I don't know what you can't do. It's like a portable handheld computer. So, when people sit there and, because I know some people, they're very antiquated and they don't like the new technology. Oh, I don't like the thing. I still have a flip phone. I don't have the smartphones. Well, look, I understand, a person up in age, your 70s, 80s, whatever, you're not going to sit there, trying to read a booklet on how to operate your phone. When people, up in age, they don't care about the technology like the young people do. I do. And I think no matter how old I get, I'll always love technology. It'll always be there for me. I mean, I'll always love it. I mean, I was in the IT field back in the day. I still love IT. But anyway, I just wanted to share that with you guys. In some cases, it's good to turn the tracking off. And in some cases, it's good to have it on. But let me tell you, I'll tell you the truth, too. Just something else I want to share with you guys. Not to contradict myself, but when I start thinking about it, you ever have that day you're talking and you think, say, you know what, on second thought, you ever get that day, on second thought type of thing comes up? If you're a person that travels to the malls or you're going to the department stores or whatever, with everything going on in this country, in this world, in some cases it would be good in some cases to have an idea, to keep that tracking enabled. You know what I mean? I mean, if you're reading in between the lines, suppose someone gets mugged or kidnapped, it might pay to have that service turned on. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like a gray area there. I don't know per se if I would. I mean, if I'm home, there's really no need. I don't really need people triangulating as to where I live. Knowing. I mean, although people can probably find out where you live anyway. I mean, freedom of speech, freedom of information. I mean, you could. What can't you get off the internet? But I don't know. I mean, it's a little gray area there. I'm kind of iffy about it. But for those who are very stringent on it and don't want to be tracked, then you would follow this. So let's continue here. It says over here, okay, so even if you have it turned off, we got to that there. Then it goes on to say smartphones also connect to cell towers so that carrier knows your general location at all times. I'm picking up where I left off. It says to prevent further tracking from any device, fire up your browser and go to myactivity.google.com. You'll need to be logged into Google. On the upper left drop-down menu, go to Activity Controls. Turn off both Web and App Activity and Location History. That should prevent the precise location markers from being stored to your Google account. Google will warn you that some of its services won't work as well as with these settings off. In particular, neither Google Assistant, Digital Concierge, nor the Google Home Smart Speaker will particularly be useful. Okay, on iOS, which would I be using, in Google's, if you use, it says if you use Google Maps, adjust your location setting while using the app. This will prevent the app from accessing your location when it is not active. Go to Settings, Private Location Services, and from there select Google Maps to make the adjustment. Okay. And then it goes on with Safari and Android. I'm not going to read the rest of this here. It's got a thing here to delete your past location tracking from any device, and you could read that. Now this one here, you could read this one here. If you can't, just do a Google search on how to find and delete where your Google knows you've been. This one is off of Newsday.com. It's www.newsday.com. Read the story. If this is a concern to you, you might want to follow up with this here and to delete that information where it's stored so they don't track you. Okay, this came out today. All right, folks. So check it out, and that's how I want to end this news because it is getting late over here. And I'm going to close out this window here. Well, actually, I'll just leave it there for now. I'm just going to click on the camera one here. Anyway, I get tongue-tied and so much talking here. If I look a little glowing here, folks, I'm using floodlights, I'm using backlights here because to get the background up here. With such glorious weather, we've all been having this rain. I think it's going to be like this all week. I'm on the East Coast of New York. I'm sure the whole East Coast is getting blasted with rain, let alone with all the flooding in different parts of the country. I just want to say, folks, again, I hope this information helped you out. I hope you got something out of it. If you like the Reseller News, that you get something out of it, drop me a comment. I like to hear what people have to say. Folks, I was just following some people on YouTube on how to, make your channel better and, and so forth, how to get more views, more subscribers and stuff. And I'm just saying this in the closing, as I'm always looking for new ways to improvise and, improve my YouTube channel. And one of the persons, the YouTube creator I follow, very famous person, pretty important, gave their piece on, how you should go about doing your channel. And if it's the same bland stuff over and over again, I think that may turn potential subscribers off. Content is king. People like to see certain things. They like to hear different things. The Reseller News, I would like to do it daily. Maybe not keep it as long, but for the most part, I like to change up the this channel. Make it more appealing. Make it where more people will come back. So that's why I want to do different things with it. I know I keep saying this here, and I do want to do different things with it. Talk about different topics. I want to keep it interesting, fresh. The reseller news, I mean, I would like to keep doing that on a daily basis. And also the reseller news weekends. But, it's all based on what alerts I get about retailing. I mean, I have to sometimes dig and search for this stuff here. And, I get the Google alerts. I get other sources that share this information with me. And then in turn, I share it with you guys. That's what this whole channel is all about. Helping, inspiring, and sharing. I don't know if anybody watched the last video I did. It's about you're never too young to start a business. I thought it was kind of cute. It dealt basically with little young kids starting a business. And it's true. You're never too young to start a business. And these kids were ranging from, I think, from 7 to 14 and older. I think there was one there a little older. It was only a total, I think, of, well, with the video I put in, a total of 9. And there's probably countless numbers more than that. I just happened to come across that there. It was in one of my email feeds. So, I thought I'd share it with you guys. But that's what I'm talking about. I don't want to keep it like, so bland where it's the same thing. The reseller news, it's got to change. I mean, it has to change because I can't keep repeating the same stuff over and over again. Who's going to watch it? I wouldn't even want to watch it. Folks, sometimes I do my own screening on my videos. I do. I screen my own videos because I want to see, how I project myself to people. Am I giving a good projection? Am I giving a good persona out there? Are people enjoying hearing me? Or people like listening to me? Is it, do people enjoy coming back to hear more content? Well, let me just say this. I said this once before, and I'll say it again. My channel and the program I create, I call it a program. I mean, I'm not saying if I create it, I'm the only founder of it, but I call it the His Initiative. Okay, the His Initiative is to help, inspire, and share. That's exactly what it's all about. That's what the His Initiative program is. That's what I call it. That's why I created a program, if you want to call it that. The other thing is a clean content channel. And with the clean content channel is I don't discuss religion, politics, or profanity, or any crazy talk. I consider it a kid-safe channel. Okay, it's kid-safe. You could be a father, a mother, father, whatever, and you could have little kids running around in your living room, wherever you got your computer set up. And if you're watching me, you don't have to worry about hearing profanity coming out of my mouth. Okay. Now people say, all right, so big deal. All right. So you're telling everybody, you're telling the whole YouTube world, the community, you're a clean content channel. You don't curse. You don't discuss religion or politics. What do you want, a medal? You want a chest to pin it on? No, I'm just trying to share that with you guys. And the reason I'm saying that is because I've been to channels like this where the person, such as myself, will come out, present themselves, and talk and stuff like that. And then the next thing you know, they use a profanity. F this, F that, cursing up a storm. Look, I'm not knocking those creators. I'm not knocking them. If you're a person that wants to, pepper your conversation, with curses in there, that's fine. That's fine for you. Not for me. I don't work it that way. I'm sorry. It's not the way I do things. My channel, as long as I'm sitting behind this HP webcam here, it's not going to be like that. Okay, I am not going to have my channel where people are going to be turned off by profanity. Now, there may be people out there that say, well, what do you think? I'm, what are we, kids here on this YouTube? We're like a bunch of elementary students here. No, but I want it where when you come to my channel, you're not going to hear any crazy talk like that. I do like to kibitz sometimes, I like to joke around, but in a clean way. Okay, I don't tell jokes. I'm not here as an entertainer, to be honest with you folks, even though my category is entertainment. Okay, people might say, why don't you change it then? That's how I started it off, so I guess for now I'll leave it like that. Maybe it may change. I don't know. But I'm here to, when I do the reseller news, I want to give you facts. I get, and the reason why I always tell you the websites I get it from, and the content that comes out that I'm reading off of that. Okay, I'm not just throwing it off. I'm not just conjuring this stuff up my head and just throwing it out there. That's not what this. That's what I'm about. Okay, I don't sugarcoat anything, and I tell it like it is. Okay, if I don't know something, if I'm unsure, I'm going to tell you guys. I'll be right up front and tell you. I said no, I don't know, folks. I don't know about that. I didn't research it. I didn't look into it. But I am not going to sit there and throw stuff out there or create videos just to make a video. You know, I want to share things that interest me, and maybe you might have an interest as well. You know, maybe not. You know, I mean, I like to talk about digital photography. I'm thinking of doing a video on the equipment I use. Very basic, nothing fancy. I mean, I'd even show you right down to my microphone, what I use as a mic. But, you know, I want to do videos like that. Maybe some how-tos, you know. The last time I did a quick cooking thing there, a 5-minute, whatever it was, a quick food tip, whatever, fast food tip. In regards to making a grilled cheese sandwich, I don't know, people got a kick out of it. But I just bet you I have another tip like that too, another saving tip that could save you some time and trouble. But when that time comes, I will do a video on that. You know, I hope people will subscribe and, you know, check it out. Look, the content's always going to change to some point. To some point, it's going to change. So if you're new to my channel, I really would encourage you to subscribe, because you don't know what you're missing. You could be missing something good, something educational. You know, I mean, I did this reseller news. I would think, honestly, a person would get somebody's going to get something out of this here. That's what I would think. You're gonna have some kind of takeaway. I would think you're gonna get a little tidbit of information. You're gonna get something out of this, I would think. You know, unless you come in and just, you know, hear me out and say, that guy's okay. You know, he's sharing information. It doesn't really apply to me, whatever. But I would hope it would, especially if you're a seller. If you're a reseller, you might want to, especially if you're selling on those platforms, Amazon, Etsy, Mercari. Well, Mercari, I don't get too much information on that there. But, although I should set the Google alerts for that, for a lot of those, you know. But the thing is, folks, like I said, I put it out there for you guys, and I hope you get something out of it. But anyway, enough going on with that there. My name is Rich Bassini. This is the Reseller News for August 13, 2018. If you like what you hear and see, please subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell, I should say, and give it a thumbs up. Till next time, take care. Have a great day. Bye-bye.